Well, I hope everyone is remaining retro, and it is your friend Raza is retro. So today we're going to be playing Street Fighter 2 Champions Edition as part of the Megadrive challenge, which comes to us from a legend by the name of the Retro Martin. He does ongoing challenges as well. I believe they're on a monthly basis, and it's just Mega Drive games. So it's really cool to see him, put out a Street Fighter challenge out there. Basically, the challenge is a high score challenge, standard difficulty, and you can continue as much as you want because basically once you die, then the score that you've accumulated becomes at zero. But you could still continue where you left off. But for the purpose of, I guess, my video, I'm just going to keep it at one life. I'm just going to try to see how far I can get with my good friend here, Edmund Honda. Basically, because I'm trying to get the highest score possible, I've decided to go with him because you know, uh, the best way to approach this type of challenge or any type of challenge, especially when it comes to fighting games, unfortunately to say, is you got to play cheap. And he's one of the best characters you could be when it comes to playing cheap. A lot of love for Edmund Honda, but uh, the reality is the 100 slaps is quite a cheap move, but it is a move that is very effective, and it is a move that I will be using quite a bit during this challenge. So, as we can see, we're fighting the All American Captain Guile. We're tied at one. Whoever takes this round goes on to the next fighter. Will it be Guile? Will it be Edmund Honda? Who will bring glory to their nation? Of course, it's going to be Edmund Honda because I mean, we're going all the way, people. We are gonna go all the way. We are gonna fight Bison. We are gonna defeat him, and we will become champions of the Street Fighter tournament. And as we approach Ken Masters, I am thinking to myself, what's the strategy? What should I do? Should it be 1,000 slaps? Should I play more conservatively? No, of course it's going to be 100 slaps or 1,000 slaps, whatever you want to call it. It is the most effective move, people. I mean, Ken is such a tough opponent. We can all agree on that. But he's no match. Look at that. He can't do nothing. Nothing. I'm not even facing him. He's in the opposite direction. Oh, I love Edmund Honda. So, yeah, this is not going to be a very fun video to watch. That's pretty much what I'm going to do, people. I'm just gonna go for the slaps. Obviously, it's not always good to do it either because sometimes it doesn't always work accordingly. So it's there's a time when to use it, and I guess a time when not to. But the reality is that when you're using Edmund Honda, you got to use it at least maybe 90% of the time if we're going to be very honest here. Um, Before I forget, once again, I just want to give a big shout out to the Retro Martin for coming up with this challenge and for doing his Mega Drive challenges. They have been fantastic. Anybody who has not subscribed to the channel, please kindly do. And anybody that wants to take part in any of his challenges, please kindly do as well. I hope everyone is having a very good weekend. It's Saturday here. Maybe in your part of the world, it might even just be Sunday right now. Who knows? But regardless of where you are, where you're from, it don't matter. The thing that matters is to always remain retro, for sure. So now we're facing my favorite female character of all time, the OG, Chun-Li. A lot of love and respect for her, but you know, like I said, we have a mission. We're looking to go all the way. So we're going to have to try to take care of her and move on to the next round. And basically, as you guys can see, we're tied at one. She is also a difficult opponent, but again, no match for my slaps. On a side note, I do love her stage. It's just so cool. It feels so authentic. So we got by her, thank the Lord, and now we got the car to beat. this should be no match as well. Just gonna throw out those slaps and keep slapping away. Maybe throw in a kick and yeah, just slap, 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 break that car, and move on to the next character. Now, usually when I play Street Fighter, it's usually around the third, or if I get by the third, the fourth character for sure is usually, regardless of the character I choose, whether it's the character that I'm really good with or not so good with. Usually, the fourth character is where I start having trouble and I end up, losing a life. But we're gonna see here Zangief. In general, I think I play well against Zangief, regardless of where he comes in the order. But obviously, as you guys know, with the fighting games and games in general, the further you go, regardless of who the opponent is, it just does get harder and harder for sure. But I do think I should be able to get by him. I'm more concerned when I come to character 5 or 6, especially if it's somebody like Ryu. I always have so much trouble with him. It's not even funny. And if I even get as far as to Sagat, well, then he's the worst. Bison can be tough too, but it's not the same thing. Sagat is just cheapness on a whole new level. And look at that. He just kicked me right in the stomach. No mercy shown. But yeah, basically, if I can get by Zangief, we'll see. I definitely think by the fifth or sixth, it's gonna get a lot more difficult. I honestly speaking, I think maybe the next fighter, if I get there, which I think I should, yeah, unless Zangief pulled a miracle, but wasn't meant to be today, friend. Um, then for sure, like if I get to the fifth character, I think that's probably where it's gonna end. And if I surprisingly get past the fifth character, well then, we'll see. Okay, Dalsim. Dalsim is another character that I'm usually pretty good against, more or less. He can be tricky too. It's not that simple, but in general, I do well against him as well. So um, they're giving me some good characters to fight against, I guess. But obviously, once I get to guys like Ryu, Planka, and if I get any further, that is, then man, it's gonna be quite tough for sure. So we got rid of Dalcium there. Thank the Lord. And we got let's see if we can finish him off this round. Hopefully we don't have to do another fight. And my gut tells me I think this is the fifth. Yeah, this is the fifth character. So the sixth one will probably be either Blanca or Ryu, and I wouldn't be looking forward to either or because they can be very tough for sure. But Dalcium, oh my word, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna have to focus here a little bit, people, because I'm kind of scared. Okay, thankfully I got lucky there. I got really lucky there. But all right, Dalsim is taken care of. So now we shall see who the next opponent will be. Uh, Speaking of the devil, of course, Ryu. So we'll see how this goes. He's so tricky. Obviously, everyone knows with the Hadoukens, the spinning bird kicks, the Shurikens. Um, he can be obviously very, very tough to handle. But we're going to continue with our slaps. We're not going to be. Oh, as I was going to say, we're going to continue with our slaps. We're not going to be afraid. Okay, yes. Very close. Let's say I got lucky there too. But, he will definitely come back stronger the next round. But if I can get by Ryu, man, I'm going to be very happy because he's a character that I always have trouble with. Even if he's like second in the list or third. I remember one time I was just playing for fun a while back, and it was actually, I think, the first character I had to face. And I lost like maybe 4 times, and then finally, when I gave it a try around the fifth time, I was able to get by him. But yeah, he's always tricky. But thankfully, with E.Honda and his beautiful 100 slots, I was able to get by. Starting to feel a little confident, but don't want to be too overjoyed. I don't know exactly how far I'm gonna get. If I can get to Vega, I'll be very satisfied. And if I can get even further than that, then wow, that'll be even awesome. But it's not going to be easy. So now we're going to have a mirror match, Honda versus Honda. And I know this is going to be tough because he's obviously probably going to pull out the same moves as me for sure. Um, so, maybe it would make sense to beat an E.Honda. It will take an E.Honda. And already, he had no trouble there the first round. The computer E.Honda, that is. So we're going to have to see if we can get something brewing. Ooh, what I wanted to mention before I forget, just a reminder for the, I have to say the name properly now, the Rod, Jane, and Freddy Rainbow Challenge. There's still lots of time for that left. Anybody that doesn't want to take part, please feel free to do so. If in the event you can't take part, that's no problem at all. Your love and support is all we need. And again, just a friendly reminder that after this challenge, the next challenge is the last one for the Sean and Raza Cup for season 1, that is. So after that, we'll announce the winner and then we'll get right into the second season. For the last challenge for this season, I'm just going to throw it out there. I will be the one coming up with a challenge. I want to come up with something, hopefully something good. I'll try my best. But the last challenge will come from me. And then after that, we'll see how things progress for the next season. So now we fight Blanca, who's also a character that I love and adore. It's actually my favorite in the Street Fighter 2 series. Originally, it was Ryu growing up and Bison, but then as I got older, I just had a lot of love for Blanca. Still a lot of love for Ryu and Bison, but he's up there. But my favorite Street Fighter character of all time and my favorite video game character of all time is Dudley from Street Fighter 3. And I think this is where my run will end, people. It's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. He showed no mercy. He said, Raz's retro. Get out of here. You're done. But going back to Dudley, I'm going to make a video about him to explain more why he is my favorite character. Just trying to figure out how I want to go about it, maybe what I can say. There's not too much to say, to be honest with you, but I mean, obviously, there is a reason behind why he is my favorite. So I just want to go into more details of that. So that's my score, people. So thank you once again to the Retro Martin. Thank you for coming up with this challenge. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope everybody is happy. I hope everyone is safe. But more importantly, I hope everyone is remaining retro. And remember, life is like a game. You decide how and when to play it. All you got to do is just hit that start button. Until the next time, be good, be kind, be safe, be happy, and catch you on the flip side.